Are you stuck for an idea for the kind of save you want to do in FM23? Well, I've got 5 ideas for you. Here we go, FM23 is almost upon us, stroke probably here depending on when you see this. Cheers, get the beta. Now, you may have seen the video, pointing to the right corner. There's 5 teams you may want to go on FM23. Now, maybe you want to be a bit more flexible, and I've got 5 save types for you to try in this cycle. We all know about the Pentagon, you've got the Director of Football Challenge, Sir Alex Ferguson Challenge. If you follow Mad FM on Twitter, and I recommend you do, the region there is really interesting, but that would take a whole video up on its own to show you how to do it. So let's go with number 1. We're going with the Youth Save Challenge. Now, typically this is done where you can only use players that you get from your youth intake. Which I love, and it gets to like March and you get your guys in and then you're really disappointed and you think you're going to get relegated. What I would do on this is a little caveat is not only can you use the players from your youth intake, so you still want to get your facilities up and all that, but I would say it would be fine if you went and signed the intake players from the clubs in your league or below, like from your country. I think that would be allowed, and then you can utilise your scouts more, get them scouting those teams and the reports and all that, and basically Bayern Munich your way to glory. And I think that just gives it a little bit more extra involvement, because I think it will, over time when you're just waiting for those youth intakes to come through. But I think if you can go and if you're in like Austria and you can try and steal players from Salzburg and that kind of thing, might give it that a little bit more of an edge. And you're still relying on these teams to bring through youth. You're not going and getting Brazilian wonder kids and that stuff, but it maybe gives it an extra edge. That's one to try. Number 2 is the Defuge challenge, which is named after someone on the SI forums, and it's become quite a massive thing. And basically the process is you sim the first year. You go to, I think it's June 15th, which is when the teams that are below the playable leagues get promoted to the lowest division on FM. So like if you're in England, it'd be teams going into the Vanarama North and South. France, teams going into the Championnat National. So it's teams that you can't pick at the start, but will come into the game because they'll win promotion and teams will go down. You then pick one of them. You add a new manager, pick them, and that is your team. So you're going to a team that doesn't exist in the vanilla database. Well, they do, but you can't start with them, if that makes sense. So everyone does this in England. Everyone does this, Vanarama North and South. I think leagues to try it in are Portugal, because there's 4 tiers of Portuguese football. So you're getting someone from the 5th tier. They're going to be newly promoted. The challenge is there. I love them. France as well. You're going from the Championnat National 1 to Championnat National 2, just called National 2. Again, there's 4 divisions there. So you're getting someone from there into tier 3. And I think I would go Italy, because Serie C is already 3 tiers. Divisions. Serie D has 9 groups. Just looked it up, the magic of the internet. Looked up 9 groups of like 18 teams. 180, 170, 162 teams. How many go up? Hashtag research. So it looks like 1 team goes up automatically, then there's playoffs, and I think 4 or 5 can go up. Details for when you're in the game, you can look that up. But I think the fact you'll get at least 9 teams, a possible 9 teams that would come top of their group could go up. You've got some really, really random teams that could be in there. It could be a lot of fun. So yeah, you're going a team that you wouldn't pick at the start of a save because they're not there. Really interesting, and then also take them all the way to glory and win those leagues. Brilliant. Great challenge. Number 3 on my list is something that was Matt Richards of old FMT pod fame, and he was going to do what's called the Danube Challenge. It's just basically you only can manage teams who play in cities that the River Danube goes through. And for someone who I proposed to Kat, my wife, in Budapest, We've been to Bratislava. Like actually, I think I've been to a lot of the countries this goes through. So it kind of means a lot to me. So doing some research, and sorry for reading this. So it goes through Germany, Austria, Slovakia, Hungary, Croatia, Serbia, Bulgaria, Romania, Moldova, and the Ukraine. So not all of these have places you've got teams, but you've got Dunave in Rus, Bulgaria. Sorry, you've got Serbia. You've got Novi Sad and Belgrade. So like Partizan, Red Star. There's like 5 more in the Serbian First Division. You've got Gat and Vojvodina in Novi Sad. Hungary, you've got the Budapest teams, so Fenerbahce, Vasas, Újpest, Honved, and you've got Pax, it goes through there. And there's 2 teams in Győr as well, so loads to choose from there. Slovan Bratislava, it goes through. There's no one else in Slovakia really. Then Austria, you've got Rapid and Austria Vienna. You've got Lask, who play in Linz. Second division, you've got Zealand's favourites, Forsdorfer. You've got First Vienna, Blaus Weiss and Linz as well. Loads of little teams to choose from. So basically the idea is you go through. So you need to be... It's not really. I couldn't refer a team in Romania. So you've got a team. You've got Rus in Bulgaria. You've got Belgrade and Novi Sad in Serbia. Pax, Győr and Budapest in Hungary. Bratislava, Linz, Vienna. It's like one team, each country. Go and win the league. Move down the Danube to the next one. If you can do it in order as well, the way it goes, magical. I think that's a really fun save, take you to different places in Europe. Might not be the longest either, it's not take you forever. Some of these challenges just take forever. And yeah, nice little journey. Yeah, if you can do it as if you're like floating down the Danube, even better. Try it out, let me know how you get on. Fourth one we're going for is, it's like second tier giants. I am very, very guilty of just picking teams who have like a really small stadium, the smallest team in this, and they're going to do this, and maybe I'll get a stadium named after me. What if you picked a team? It's like some of them aren't even fallen giants, but they've got the facilities. They've got like a 50,000 seater stadium or 30,000 seater stadium. They've got the facilities, and all you need to do is guide them to the glory that they're kind of built for. So teams I've picked out: Nuremberg, Fortuna Düsseldorf, Hanover. All got 50k stadiums in Germany. All of them have done nothing really, have they? They're not massive teams, but they've got that ability to be there. Bari in Italy, a wonderful stadium. If you go and follow Danny Last on Twitter, Instagram, he did a journey to Bari. The stadium was made for Italia 90, and it's probably not in the best condition, but it looks beautiful. 58,000. Where Antonio Cassano came from. Guide them back to glory. Maybe you'll get a bit of a refurb on the stadium as well. Serie B, you've also got Genoa too, who went down. They've got, I think it's 38k. They've had it all, bring them back up, get them to the top end of Serie A. If you go to France, Saint Etienne, Bordeaux are now in Ligue 2. Travesty. They need to be brought back up. They've got the stadium, they've got the fan base, they just need a bit of guidance. Spain, you've got teams like Zaragoza, Las Palmas, Malaga, who again all got really nice stadiums, just haven't had the right people in charge to take them to that next level. And if you want to do England, I try to avoid England on these things, but like Sunderland still needs success. Middlesbrough need Ravenelli-esque success again. Teams like Coventry and Blackburn, who when I was growing up, they were in the Premier League. Now they're not. They're down in the Championship and they need guided back. They've got all the facilities, although Coventry, I'm not sure on the stadium. I don't think they do. But yeah, these teams, you already have things in place. You don't need to wait to grow. And I think when I did the Andorra save last for FM22, I think we got into Europe before we got the new stadium. So you're playing Liverpool in front of 1,500 people. Not getting those gate receipts, didn't get the budget up, and that really hindered us. So it's worth doing that when they've already got that. Number 5, the last one I've got, is something I've been thinking about doing for my offline save that I wanted to try and do for one save for the whole of FM23. I saw it a bit dupe inspired, maybe he's like trying to get 1860 Munich to catch Bayern Munich. It might take him like 50 seasons. Like, I want something like that. But I think I get bored with one team. Once the domination kicks in, and you're just grinding through the season, that's where the interest starts to wane. If you follow Littleworth Fox, Steve, he did this last year with his Tears of Joy save. I've kind of called it 10 steps to glory. I've taken all the European leagues in FM, got their ranking with the UEFA coefficients. So you start in what I would call step 10, where you get Wales, Iceland, Northern Ireland. You start unemployed, no badges, just those leagues are the only 3 leagues you can get a job in. Load as many before you can with your computer, how it gets on, as many as you want. Get a job, win the league. If you want to move on, then you can. You can stay there a bit longer if you enjoy the team. There's no like, it's not a pentagon where you just win and leave. Then you can go to the next step up, which I've got is Belarus, Ireland, Finland, Latvia. One of them, get a job, win, go up. Then the next step, Slovakia, Poland, Slovenia, and you'll get the gist. I'll obviously put this in the description. All the way up, tier 1 is England, Spain, Germany, Italy. Now, the caveats that added to this is in the first 3 steps, so teams from 50 to 27, you have to go a team in the 2nd division. You have to start at the bottom. You're building your career. After that, you can go a 1st division team. I think you've earned your plaudits enough. So when you get to like Sweden or Bulgaria, top division team. When you get to step 4, which is Turkey, Czech Republic, Norway, you have to win the Conference League as well. When you get to step 3 or 2, you have to win the Europa League as well. So you have to win it twice. And then when you get to step 1 with the top 4, you've got to win the Champions League. So kind of a glory hunter, kind of a journeyman, but with some little caveats in there. I will write these in the description if you want to try it. I think I'm going to try it offline in FM23. That's I've called it 10 steps to glory. Let me know what you think. So which one of these are you going to try? What type of save are you going to try? What have you not done before? What do you want to do? Let me know in the comments below. Please drop a like on the video. We're gearing up for FM23. I'm really excited. So for me, Andrew, until next time, thanks for watching. Cheers!